What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am the real Jussy.
I almost dropped my list. I'm Peter Parkour, and we are the Distorted Theorists.
And this is one of our favorite, you show everybody who they should subscribe to. Yeah, if you want to support the channel and like the video. As always, what I was going to say is, this is one of our favorite times of the year. It is, well,
it's our year in review.
It's our year in review, and want to say happy holidays and happy new year to everybody who's watching this right now. We always love to go over everything that we watch, whether we physically watched it or if we just caught the trailer or we just heard about the game or the TV show or whatever. And we love to just not tell each other, do a little list and see where we both ended up at the end of the spectrum. And we hope you guys follow somewhere in there too. And if not, call us out on it. It's all good.
So what we're doing is we're talking about video games, TV shows / miniseries, and movies, the best and worst. Now, these do not necessarily have to have been released in this year. If it isn't released in this year and it's the first time watching it,
or whatever,
we will mention that for the first time. I will say it's very hard to pick a worst TV show or miniseries because, like I was saying to Justin yesterday, if I don't like it, I'm going to stop watching it. Don't do that with movies because I do watch movies to the end.
Right.
But when it comes to multi-episodic
well, you
shows,
know, if you watch 1-2 episodes and you're not digging it, you're not watching the whole... So we can't really embellish on that. But something that we did watch, and at the end we were like, I don't care if I watch it again, is probably what made our list. As he said, we do have our best and worst video game, our best and worst TV show, and our best and worst movie. And we're going to talk about a little bit of stuff coming up in the future that we're super excited for. So without further ado, are you ready to find out? And you're going to be blown away, I think.
Justin's going first.
I'm gonna lead us off, and then we're going to play on...
I can see it.
You can see it? Oh, shit. Okay. My worst video game.
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom. Whoa! I know. Now, let me explain.
Whoa!
You didn't see that coming. You didn't. You didn't see that coming.
Holy shit.
Now we're gonna take a few seconds just to explain why. Okay. The only reason I put that on the list was the hype, and I'm telling you why. Also, you know more just as much as me. I don't play a lot of video games throughout the year. I just don't have the time anymore, unfortunately. I know you get a lot more gaming in than I do. Tears of the Kingdom was one of the only games that I played last year. But the reason I put on there exactly was the hype. I was so excited. You all seen the trailer reactions, etc. You've seen our chats about it. Then when I got it, I was like, this is like...
the same
it's
thing.
really like playing Breath of the Wild all over again. I know there's new mechanics. I knew the story. I did enjoy the dungeons and stuff, or the temples, whatever you want to call them. I did enjoy that.
Did you finish it?
Not yet. I'm still working through it. I know, right? But what I got 3 temples done, so I know I know the game. It's not like I haven't finished it, so I don't know if it's good or bad. But it left me being like, I want something new, and that's the only reason it made it to the end of my list. So I don't know if you have a comment on that or whatever. But
so I feel it's not the worst game that I played this year, but again, it was one of those ones where I was like, okay, like I'm not gonna get it at launch just because I got a lot going on with certain things. I'm like, all right, and then I managed to snag a copy, and I was like, here we go, because I finished Breath of the Wild. Here we go, and this is cool.
Yep.
And then it's. The one thing, and I know the game is made to not pigeonhole you, where you've got the crafting mechanic. It's not meant to be like, here's your stick, and this is how you do your thing, which is what you're supposed to do. But then, like other people, and they're very creative, are like, well, but I can just beat this the way it wasn't intended by making a mech.
Yeah, but I didn't enjoy it. I think that was another thing, is I really didn't care for the building thing. It's not something I enjoy in games. So having to build stuff or needing to collect materials to build stuff, I was like, I just want to play a fucking game and kill some shit. What's your worst?
My worst is a game you definitely don't even know what it is.
Starfield.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Redfall.
Okay. And why? Because you're definitely gonna have to.
So Redfall was toted. It was. We actually watched a trailer of it many moons ago. It was on one of like the Game Awards or something like that, and it was an Xbox. It is an Xbox exclusive, made by the people that made the game Prey and Dishonored and all that stuff. And you can play solo or cooperatively in a group. It's almost like Left 4 Dead with vampires. And it was it's going to be the new game from the Bethesda thing when it comes out. It's going to be
Bethesda.
Well, this is the thing. So it was going to be one of the first games on the slate that were going to come out from Bethesda. It was supposed to come out in May, and I believe it did. And I was like, hey, I'm going to give it a shot. And whoa, was it unfinished. Now, Bethesda / Arcane, whatever it was, the company that published it and made it, They have made quality of life improvements. I mean, you would enter into the city and be like, where are all the vampires? And like, oh, like there was no one around. And then you'd go up to like the people that were cultists and you go to stab them and they'd be like, ah! And they'd leave this huge scream right next to their buddy and they'd be like, huh? They wouldn't know what to do. So
the mechanics of the game was just not great.
The mechanics, the combat, it was locked to 30 frames a second when it was the quality of game that was supposed to be on the Xbox Series X. It should have been. It was a whole number of things, and they've released a 60 frames a second patch since then, and it's just still, it's not quite there. It's still not something that I would pay money for. I got it on Game Pass, so technically I paid money for it.
Yeah.
But if I had paid $70, $80
You'd be
plus
pissed.
tax for this on a disc version of this, bad. Now, I'm sure there's a story in there. I haven't hit it yet. And when in 3.5 years, when they finally release the definitive edition,
you check it out again.
Yeah.
Well, switching gears, let's go over to my best game of the year. Do you want to take a guess?
I don't know, because if you say what I think it is, you didn't play it.
No, Tears of the Kingdom. Listen, now I know. You pull these on me. You pull these on me.
That's cool.
Get back here. You pull this on me every year. These little curveballs. Listen, at the end of the day, I just want again, where I don't play my game, but at the end of the day, it is a Zelda game, and as you showed the book, I am a Zelda fan, so I had to take the game
means
for lore value.
One game.
No, it's just like they did take everything in Breath of the Wild and they amplified it to a little extra level. So you did feel like you were getting a new Zelda story. You wanted to learn more about lore. Of course, they brought back the boy Ganondorf. So I mean, how can you be mad at anything that does that? Yeah, well, it's the end of the year, so Peter.
You didn't finish the game either.
I didn't, but I mean, I've seen the memories or whatever they're calling them this year, and I don't know. I still enjoy it, and I did enjoy the temples, like having to work to get to the temple and actually having to unlock stuff and having the big boss battle. It's something that was a little lackluster from Breath of the Wild, and I'm glad that they returned that. So I'm absolutely not upset that I bought the game. I just was maybe expecting something a little different. Never got it, but I'm enjoying what I was playing anyway. So that's my favorite.
So my best video game is not Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, I knew that.
My best game of the year is Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, no, I thought you were going to say Spider-Man for some reason.
No!
Okay, why Baldur's Gate 3?
Baldur's Gate 3 is something when I first saw this get...
Wait, one second. Well, I want to let our viewers know, or you can let them know, about how we graciously got Baldur's Gate to play,
Larian
actually.
Studios and Sandbox Strategies were very kind to...
Great
we did apply for it. They didn't seek us out, so there was a little bit of groveling on our part, but they did help us out this year, and I received a review copy, of which I talked about on a couple of streams earlier. Well, I say early in the year, back in September when it launched for PS5.
But it was a big moment for us, even so. It was still big for us in 2023. Something that the channel is proud of. But sorry, not to take away, I just wanted to make sure we said that.
Baldur's Gate 3 is the culmination of a number of years, but they released an early access, I want to say 3 years ago on Steam, and it was only the first act of the game. There's 3 full acts in the game now. And this is D&D incarnate. This is the closest thing to what I would call D&D 5th edition on a console game. And how many times did I say I would love to have a video game where there's a story. Yeah.
But you beat it, right?
God, no. I'm still in Act 1.
Oh,
hell no.
Shit. Okay.
But it's like you've got your spells, and they're true. They are. It's not like, oh, we pulled something out. This is something that hasn't been. No, these are D&D spells. And you're doing checks. If you're talking to someone, you're rolling a dice. You click on it, and it rolls, and you get your bonuses and all these things. And
I know that you had fun also doing character creation because you were trying to dabble in stuff that you may want to play in a campaign. Right now, we're in a very committed campaign that is hopefully going to last us years and years with a few close friends. So I mean, you don't get to play with that because it could be 5 years from now before we create a new character and get to actually use it physically.
The replayability with this, so like the cutscenes, what you're doing with your custom character, it's a custom character. You can play as one of the origin characters, and it's so in depth. You can do everything, or you can just blow through it like you would in a D&D campaign. And again, you can have all good intentions. If you don't save scrub, shit can go sideways, and it has.
Yep. Do you expect Baldur's Gate 4?
Yes.
Like that you think that's guaranteed?
In fact, there has been rumors that Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be coming to Netflix in some capacity. So that means I'm hoping that the characters of Astarion, Karlach, Lizelle, all these Shadowheart, we're going to see Faerun in some media
You mean
format.
a show or like a
Yes.
Netflix game? Because they're doing that now too. Okay.
No,
I didn't know if it was going to be like an online Netflix game type thing.
I don't know if it's actually going to come to fruition, but there's been rumors that there's actually been approached. Larian or some form has been approached by Netflix or vice versa to create a show.
It's been a great, just to plug a little bit, it's been a great year for RPG players because we had Honor Among Thieves, the Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. So it's getting a little more extra light, and as players ourselves, it's really cool to see that come to light. But speaking of, I guess we'll switch gears and switch over to the television.
Oh, hold on, we got to do honorable mentions.
We're going to do that like now, not at the end? Oh, okay,
yes.
sorry.
Well,
Hey, let's get some honorable mention
Where
games.
you start?
Well, for me, I was still playing. I know it's slasher game, like you said, but I'm still playing, dabbling in Horizon Forbidden West, Burning Shores. Still a great game. I cannot wait for the, I assume, sequel, third one. But honestly, you're really the game guy, so I'd rather just throw it over to you. And if you say something I want to partake in,
I have two in my thing, and one of them, neither of them, are Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a great game. Don't get me wrong. I love Spider-Man 2. I got the platinum. It was going to do well anyways because it's a Spider-Man game and he had Venom. Love it. That's all I'm going to leave it there. So my two honorable mentions: Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. I did beat that
I
one.
knew
I did
he
play
didn't
that.
even talk
I did
about
play
it.
that. I did play that. And I beat it.
Legacy.
So
Was it a fantastic game? It was a great game. It didn't blow me out of the water. However, for the first entry in this particular, I think it is for Portkey Studios and Avalanche, whatever these games are, to create this. And it is still on pace to outsell Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 at this point.
I don't even know if I've heard a negative review on it, to be honest.
There's been some.
Has there?
But it did, for it to gain as much traction as it did for the first entry in this studio that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
And now I didn't finish the game. I got sidetracked, and I won't lie, some of the stuff near the end of the game got a bit samey, so I was like...
Well, that's what I was going to say. As great as the game was, its only downfall to me was the repetitiveness after you got going. Once you actually built your character and you got up to the mid-game-ish, you were doing pretty much the same missions over and over and over again. And Revelio did get sickening after a while.
Revelio.
Yeah, Revelio. But other than that,
anything
physically,
in the castle was amazing.
Yeah.
When you stepped out of it,
Mechanic-wise,
I was like, oh, okay, this is...
Mechanic-wise, great game. I think they just need to improve it. I think if Hogwarts 2 comes, they'll know what they need to change.
And there is rumors that they is going to be coming, just like Ghost of Tsushima 2 and all these other ones.
So what else we
Now,
got?
my second honorable mention is Cyberpunk 2077
they fixed it on you.
2.0.
They fixed it on you. Hey?
They did, but this is the thing. They've been working on it, not quietly. They've been talking after the dumpster fire that was the initial release.
Yeah.
When they finally released 2.0, which was the next-gen update for PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles. And they revamped the game with that, changed how the perk system works, changed driving, changed some of how the game ends. And then they released Phantom Liberty, which I'm still working my way towards and getting through. And then they blew us out of the water again by saying like, hey, all those features that we promised were going to be in the game that weren't, we're going to release them in 2.1. We got the Metro, we got all these other things, new weapons, new
So
cars.
basically, it redeemed itself, because I know you had some negative flack a while ago.
Oh, man, I got reamed for it. And again, it still goes to the thing, don't pre-order games. Come from me in the crowd, but don't, like, because if all these hypes, there's things that are going to come out of it. Cyberpunk 27 did really and truly have a full redemption arc. They are working on a sequel that is codenamed Orion right now, but they're working on Witcher 4 and the Witcher 1 remake. So
we're going good shit.
CD Projekt Red.
We'll talk about the future stuff later.
Yeah.
We're going to switch gears, as I said, over to our television show. Now, the one I'm going to have that was my worst. I hate to do it once again to myself, but I have to say it. You're probably not going to know one thing about it.
Is it a reality show?
No, it's actually technically a television film, but I felt like it was necessary to be in the TV portion. And that is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always.
Oh.
So it was technically a film, but it's obviously, I mean, you can't see it because Peter's there, but I have every single season of Power Rangers sitting there on DVD on the shelf.
Trust me, it's there.
Yeah, it is. And I'm a true fan. I was so hyped. Again, the hype maybe is a smoke screen sometimes. Was it great seeing the old characters, Billy, Zach, everybody on the screen? Yes, absolutely. However, it never captured, they old. Okay, I got to say it. It's not, you know, they're not teenagers with attitude anymore, you know what I'm saying? They had a perfect setup. I'm not going to lie, they were trying to pay tribute to Trini. I see that. No problem. They had her daughter, picked up her morpher. We got the old morphin time. Loved it.
That I know nothing about.
Well, listen, you just went on a rant for a bit about Cyberpunk. I didn't know nothing. They had Rita Repulsa as a robot. I didn't dig that at all. I thought that was stupid. You always got to go with Lord Zed. I don't care what anybody says. So for me, as a true Power Ranger fan, I love what they tried to do, and I do appreciate the homage to Trini, the Yellow Ranger. However, it just fell a little flat for me, and I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought it would. What about yourself?
Okay, so mine is, again, a bit of a departure from what a TV show / miniseries is.
Okay.
It is a Netflix comedy special.
Okay,
because
fair
I have the attention span of a gnat. So if I'm like, I don't like this, whoop, it just goes and gets chucked out. It was, again, a comedian that I generally enjoy. I really enjoy listening and watching him with Tom Segura on Two Bears, One Cave. Bert Kreischer's Razzle Dazzle. I hear that there's going to be a new comedy special from the people that I like. I basically build it up when Tom Segura had I'm Coming Everywhere, because he went to every city. He came everywhere.
Okay.
Yep. And so I was like, well, I love his style of comedy. And Bert Kreischer, if you're familiar with any of his work, viewers, you don't know who he is. Lovable fat dude that's getting his life around. I think he's working on sobriety, and you hear him laughing going all the time on TikTok and everything. And
why did you hate it?
Because I think I went once. It was an hour long, and I went. It just didn't hit me. So is that his fault? Not necessarily. Have I evolved with my comedic style?
No,
definitely not.
No, and you're not mature.
Someone farts, I laugh. But I don't know. I just didn't find it, and maybe it just didn't hit with me. And so there's times comedians have done that before, but I can honestly say that was probably the form of media that wasn't a video game or a movie that I watched. That I was like, huh. And I watched it to the end to try and get it. There's a number of other comedians that I really
old college try.
I did, and I was just like, is it over?
Yeah.
And it ended, and I went, oh.
Yeah, and sometimes that happens, but the only way to feel good about it is talk about our favorite TV show. And I'm really surprised that if you don't have this one, I don't know what yours would be. But mine, mine is The Last of Us. Is that yours too?
No, it's not.
Oh, man. I mean, let's talk. Listen.
That is one of my honorable mentions.
Well, okay, all right. Well, you know that you somewhat introduced me to The Last of Us.
I ate this shit up. This show was amazing.
Yeah,
don't get me
wrong. So for me, I actually was recently coming off the heels of playing the game only a few months before, even though the game is older, but I was new to playing it. So the TV show was like, oh, okay, now we're going to see what this actually would, in my head, is it the same as I would have pictured in real life? And it hit every beat. I mean, I really don't have nothing bad to say about the show at all. The character selection, Ramsey. Oh my God, I'm going to forget her name.
Bella Ramsey.
Yeah, Bella Ramsey. And Pedro Pascal? No.
Pascal.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
that's how you say it. I'm not sure.
I'm trying to say it right here. Great on-screen chemistry. The CGI that was put in for all the bloaters and all the clickers and everything.
And the
prosthetics. And
there wasn't a ton of the walker.
No,
there weren't zombies. It was zombies.
Yeah, it was almost like the story carried itself in a way that you never seen coming.
It's almost like it was done the way it was supposed to. Everyone calls it a zombie game, and it's not. It's about human interaction and how society falls apart. Right. And everyone's like, where did the clickers are there? And there's the samplers, and there's the bloaters. That's just
but it almost made it more special when they did show up, because you were like, oh, fuck. Right? And I'm not going to lie, this show held almost identically true to the video game, which is something I hate when studios take something that's so great and they got to put their own fucking spin on it. And this one was like, nope, this was fan service at its fullest.
Do you know why?
No.
Because one of the directors of the game, Neil Druckmann, was one of the producers. So he had his hand in the cookie jar.
And one more thing, going right back to our lovely RPG on the Rise. We got our Ashley Johnson playing a character in the show, which she voiced. Come on, help me out, because I'm blanking as I go here. Ashley Johnson, she was Ellie. Yeah, that's what I was
saying. Who was she in the show?
She was her mother in the show. Her mother. Which was really cool.
And another character.
And she plays a critical role as well, which is the reference to the RPG.
And another character from The Last of Us Part 2. She was in the show.
Okay, well, I haven't played Part 2, so shut your poor mouth.
Laura Bailey, who is a character in Last of Us Part 2. Don't tell him.
Okay.
She was in the operating unit.
Laura Bailey was?
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that.
You just didn't know. She just goes, ah! And then she runs away.
Okay. What's your favorite TV show, if it ain't that?
I think I've talked about this already. I think I told the boys about this.
Okay.
Is Blue-Eyed Samurai on Netflix. Watch this.
I feel like you did mention it at the D&D table one time.
Oh, my God. No, it's animated.
Okay.
It's not anime, but it is about a samurai. It is a a female samurai who was covering herself up to be a male and everything like that, so then she can kind of get in and kill the people that wronged her so many moons ago.
Okay.
And I'm not going to get into the whole plot and everything like that because the plot is it's a touch silly as to the reason why she's doing what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my
well, what
God.
made it good? Tell me what made it good. Make me believe
the emotions and the journey that she goes, and I can't remember her name right now. But anyways, the animation style and the brutality of it, like it's not like cling clang cling with her katana, and it's just like no, it's like Quentin Tarantino, like blood everywhere. She's cutting people in half. There's arms going everywhere. There's one episode where she's doing like a gauntlet to get to where she needs to do, and it's the entire episode is like the different levels of the.
So is she human?
Oh yeah,
like there's no supernatural powers. Just
she's got blue eyes.
Her and a sword.
Yeah,
she's Michonne.
Yeah,
okay.
No, Michonne was not a chance. It's so good, and it's a brutal show because it's different to see this as an animated feature,
right?
Because it's like. It is M for mature, and this was when I had the vid for the second time, and I was like, and I binged that. I think in an afternoon.
Oh,
I very rarely do that anymore, and I was like I paid for the whole seat, but I only needed the edge.
Oh, here we go. We got to get that a t-shirt. Check out our merch, ladies and gentlemen.
That's from The Simpsons. I didn't come up with that.
All right. Well. What's your honorable mentions? Because I know you must have a few.
My honorable mentions are the last ones, which I mentioned.
We already went.
The Fall of the House of the Usher.
Okay, see, I got halfway through that and lost interest.
Loved it, but again, I can't say that I'm a literary nerd, but the fact that I appreciate a little more of the Edgar Allan Poe stuff from it, and I just love Mike Flanagan stuff. I stand for Flan.
I can sit back and see why people would enjoy it. It just never grabbed me or my wife because we tried to watch it together. Kind of fell apart.
And it's a horror show that doesn't rely a lot. There are some on jump scares. Like every episode had like one.
You hate jump scares.
It's not that I hate them. I just think they're cheap.
He pees his pants.
God.
What else? Any other honorables?
Gen V from the Boys universe.
Yeah, okay. See, I'm out of that. I never watched The Boys either, but I did hear amazing things. I've seen the reviews.
Again, they call it a spin-off. I don't think it is. A lot of people have said it, and I agree with it. I think that it's Boys season 3.5, and the Boys season 4 is coming next year.
Well, speaking of, I guess we'll have to switch over to our favorite movie.
No, our worst movie.
Oh, we're gonna go with worst first.
Yes.
Okay.
We gotta get that garbage.
You're not gonna like this.
You son of a. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, my worst movie. After thinking about it and really going back to what we
Marvels,
see.
I'm going to backhand you.
Blue Beetle. Okay. I think, but I know you really enjoyed it when we came out.
I did, but that's in the ether for me.
But you know what? I had, again, the hype got me. The trailers made it look amazing. I did not enjoy any of the comedy in the movie. The special effects were fun when he was suiting up in that, but even, I forget his first name, but Reyes, I want to say Anthony, but Anthony, maybe? I don't know. No. Anyway, it seems like if this was to kick off the new DCU under James Gunn, as they say,
it wasn't it.
Well, it was supposed. Yeah, it ain't it. And like I said, it was just all the supporting characters and supporting cast didn't do anything for me. His uncle, who's that guy from
Mario Lopez.
Yeah, don't get his stuff at all. Maybe similar to that comedy you just talked about. So I got to step back, throw my hands up, and say Blue Beetle was a total for me. And if it's any indication of what's to come, I don't think I'm going to like the DC going forward.
So I have two worst movies.
Okay.
The first one, if you've watched our Aquaman trailer, you know that I talk about The Flash. Now, The Flash is the worst for not. It wasn't a hot garbage dumpster fire. Like there were good qualities to the movie, like the lead up to everything, but the whole third act, oh my God, it was like, this is CGI and I'm going to vomit.
Looked like Reboot.
Oh, it was so like, and I know people worked on it, and I'm sure like your work was changed and everything like that. You did what you could, and
then I think they knew what was like. I can appreciate. I think they knew it was a sinking ship somewhat, and they just give us all. I said last night the cameo porn was heavy in that third act ending, and
the whole fight with Batman and the whole like arc of everything.
It was strange.
Man.
It was strange how they perceived a multiverse.
And they're like, well, and then they try to backtrack and say like, well, they're trying to recall this stuff from memory, so it's not going to look real life. No, that looks like it was on the PS2.
They had some redemption with the GC showing up though.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they
that was
didn't.
dope.
That was.
Anyway, what's your other one then?
I can only watch one person slam their foot onto a shifting gear so many times.
My God.
Fast X.
No, he's not.
Once again, Jason Momoa, great villain.
He was. His
That was it.
His kookiness was crazy.
That movie.
Bro, they brought The Rock back in it though.
I don't give a shit.
What? No, you gotta care.
That doesn't make it the best movie of the year.
No,
I don't need to bring Dwayne to turn around and go, and that's just going to become the best movie.
But they left us on a cliffhanger. We don't know if Dom's going to die.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I might have to refute some of those.
You go right ahead. That movie was hot garbage.
They didn't go to space. So it's a win.
They
in my
probably
books.
going to do it in the second. Again, it was like you're punching Chewie and you just see Dom's foot go and hold on. What's that?
Are you sure you're not talking about Gran Turismo?
Which we didn't see and I don't wanna. And then you got, what is it, the thing with helicopters?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I got this. I did this in a video game once.
Where he slapped them together?
Slapped them together. I'm pretty sure the helicopter would be like,
Squished a bug.
Well, we got him.
Credits.
And again, I guess, it's just
All right.
so bad.
Let's bring it back. Let's talk about my favorite movie. I'm gonna be honest. I looked at all the movies we fully watched together mostly. And nothing actually, I hate to say it, jumped out as this was the best movie of all time. You know what I mean? But when I looked at the list and I sized them all up, I was like, no, this is the one. I'm going to say Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
I totally forgot that we saw it.
Man. Listen, I don't mind Transformers. I do enjoy almost all of them. The last night was garbage. But other than that, of course, also being a 90s kid, I grew up with Beast Wars, which we talked about many times in the reaction and everything. So seeing the physical animals and Optimus Primal and all that on screen gave me some of that nostalgia.
I didn't hate
the main character. I thought was a very good integrated human, not just some dude who like, oh, there's big robots, you're useless. It felt like he had something to contribute.
It felt like there were stakes.
Yeah, there were stakes,
right?
exactly. And
Aquaman 2.
And they had a very much big, I call it like an Avengery moment where they all lined up and like, let's get up, and they all did like this, right?
Just like Godzilla and Kong.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. But it felt good. And then of course,
did you just do the music for X-Men?
Yeah, because they in the cartoon the three big teams run together and collides. Remember? Yeah. But then at the end we also got a big swerve, or I call it a swerve, where we were informed that the main character who is in the Transformers universe has been trying to be recruited into G.I. Joe. Hasbro. So it made me excited for the future, and I think that's why I walked away with that movie being like, I enjoyed that. So
again, I have two favorite movies.
Go ahead.
I can shake it everything up whatever I want.
Go ahead.
Okay. So my first one, I don't think you saw this one. Were you I don't think you came to see this one.
I don't know. Tell me what it is.
John Wick 4?
I did not.
No.
You are the Wick man.
So John Wick 4, again, they're stupid movies. They really are. It's gun fu, but it's just, there's something about the John Wick movies that every time I go to see them, I'm just...
You are giddy.
It is.
I think it's just because you got a crush on
Keanu?
Yeah.
Well, and this is why when he comes to the channel, I can remember his name, so I'm going to be chatting with him.
Yeah, but who would you rather, Keanu Reeves or Scarlett Johansson? Because sometimes I worry about you.
Ashley, stop watching this right now.
No, okay, so it was just your action.
It was the ultimate action movie that was still grounded in some form of reality, and we had Donnie Yen in it, and it was just kung fu. It was good.
Are you saying that your favorite action movie this year was not Expendables 4?
I forgot that even came out.
Same.
Oof.
Yeah. I think everyone has forgotten that it came
out.
But anyway, not to think, wait, what was your second one?
My second one was Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Okay. So we got a Marvel movie in this whole list.
Yes. Guardians 3, listen, like it was the culmination of the trilogy that James Gunn set out with the Guardians 2 and 3. So we had all of those. We had a full arc for Rocket. There was a lot of emotion in the film. The villain was probably one of the best Marvel villains in a long time because I actually felt like I wanted to punch this dude in the face for reasons that were like, you're just...
Mainly because he tormented animals, though. Let's call it face.
Listen,
we all hate people who hate animals.
That whole sequence with Rocket, I'm getting choked up thinking about it now. God damn.
There was a lot of emotion that poured through that film, and whoever captured that or wrote that knew what they were doing, 100%, and the villain complimented that as well.
Got the first F-bomb in a Marvel movie.
We did.
Open the fucking door. So
good. It just shows us into the future of what may be to come. I mean, it's always going to be sad to see some of these characters leave who may not return. But we have a new team of Guardians now, which I'm sure they're chomping.
Well, we still got Groot and Rocket.
Yeah. But I mean, we have new members as well. But I'm sure Marvel must be chomping at the bit to unleash those onto the next Avengers movie or whatever you want to call it.
Something will show up.
Like the Kang Dynasty.
Not anymore.
Shit, that might be something we should talk about now as well. Going into 2024 is that Jonathan Majors is out. So where does that leave Kang and all that?
So they're talking about, I think there was rumors about recasting him. And then they were saying, well, don't recast him as an actual Kang. Maybe they can talk about the ones that were around. Like, those were the ones that we don't talk about. And we've already seen what happened in the Ant-Man. Yeah. Was that this year, Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yeah, it was February.
Yep, totally forgot about that, too.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with this, the only saving grace I say they have is...
I'm surprised you didn't mention Loki in your
No, it was good, but it wasn't the best for me. But the only saving grace that they have with the Kang Dynasty and the MCU going forward is the variant situation. I would accept if they recast or whatever a new Kang, because you could easily play it off as this is a variant, you know?
Doom.
Yeah. Was it Cillian?
Dr. Doom.
Cillian Murphy. He's rumored to play.
Cillian or Killian?
I don't know. I call it Cillian. Cillian.
Doom.
Anyway, Marvel, get your shit together.
Honorable mentions.
We're sick of these lull movies, lull fucking years. We want 2024 to be a banger, so it might be a good time to talk about what we are excited for in the future.
Mentions.
Oh my God, you and your honorable mentions.
There's other movies that I saw.
Go ahead.
What are yours? Do you have any?
I really don't.
You only saw 2 movies. Awesome. Okay, cool.
A lot of Marvels. I enjoyed that.
Right. So the Marvels was up there with me because, again, Iman Vellani, Brie Larson, and they carried the movie really and truly. Like, I know they're the main characters, and I was going into this really and truly expecting it to be a dumpster fire, and I came out of that with a big grin on my face and surprised me. And for the lack of marketing, I don't care. Screw you, Disney. Okay. You messed with the marketing on this.
But we love you.
Yeah, I love you for the most part. But you allowed this to die from marketing perspective. I know there was a strike and everything like that. Yeah. But there was enough time that you could have done marketing before this. Yeah. You did this.
I am the distorted theorist only.
Whatever, come for me.
No,
send a cease and desist.
One of my honorable mentions ends with an X. Not Fast X though, Saw X, baby. We got Jigsaw back. I was super pumped. Loved the movie, and guess what, Pete? 2024, Saw 11 is coming.
Another one.
And you know I love movies that double back on themselves. So
more gore porn for you.
Perfect. Listen,
coming next year.
I'm telling you, Saw is my favorite franchise of all time. I don't care about any MCUs or anything when it comes to Saw. I just love the characters. I love Jigsaw. Seeing Saw X come back was a welcome blessing after having a few years hiatus of that type of film. And knowing that Saw 11 is already announced, that means people haven't forgot about Jigsaw, really and truly. You know, put aside all the jokes. If you release a movie like 3-4 years later, you bring back your titular character and you've made enough money to already announce a sequel, that means people were ready to see that character again, in my opinion. So, can't fault them for that.
It's the callback. And
what else we got?
Everyone likes a comeback. The Killer on Netflix.
Never seen.
No, Michael Fassbender. It's so good. He's a contract killer, and something happens, and he has to make it right. And it's just...
Does he kill a kid?
No.
Oh.
But the just the way that he goes about it, it starts off like one way, and then it goes a different way. And one of my favorite things about it, because he's a contract killer, he's he's very... The beginning of the movie goes through his routine, and he sits and he's just very he's so
calculated.
Yes, and he does his whole route, his workout and everything. And then when something goes wrong, it's not a fixed camera angle. It starts to get all wobbly. So when things don't go his way, you can tell the way because it's all shaky. Love it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any others?
There was listen. I watched a lot of movies this year, but honestly, I was trying to go back through and see like which one, and I couldn't. The one that has stood out the most was.
Go ahead.
It was the killer in Guardians.
I also enjoyed Megan that came out in January, which was the AI robot killer Chucky.
I heard it was good.
I would actually love to see, like, I think someone made a fake whatever, it was like Chucky versus Megan movie. I was like, I'd be down for that. One of my favorite horror movies, to be honest, of all time. Is just more nostalgia. It's not like a great movie. But I love Freddy versus Jason. I don't know if you ever seen. Great movie. I love that. And I thought that was really cool. I love when those little crossovers happen. So kind of like Godzilla and Kong, you know? Oh my God. But I do have a small list. But before I open my list for looking towards 2024, because, you know, we hope it's going to be a great big year for you guys and the Distorted Theorists, I got to throw it over to you because I looked and I'm blanked. What games are we even excited for in 2024? I think I might have
I wish you had asked me before we started this video.
I had question marks. I'll start a little bit. There's only one that I heard a rumor
Rise
of.
of the Ronin, which kind of looks cool.
Okay, I did hear that. We heard and we think a new Tomb Raider game is on the horizon.
That's all you.
I just don't know if it's going to be in 2024.
I don't think so.
I would like to see it in 2024. I would like to see, not even releases, I'd like to see an announcement of the next Horizon, maybe a little blip. What else would we like to see?
Content roadmap for Horizon.
Well, GTA 6 is going to be also probably publicized in 2024 as well.
That's going to be a big one. But that's coming out in 2025.
Yeah.
Honestly, again, I'm trying to cut back on a lot of my gaming. I'm enjoying the stuff that I have. Is there anything from Bethesda Blade? I think is supposed to come out next year, which would be kind of cool. I don't really know.
All right, well, you know what? I find games sometimes anyway they almost announce and then drop, and sometimes that's the best way to do it. So, for TV shows, again, I got a little list, but you can jump in at any time. Echo is coming down the pipe. Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil Born Again.
I haven't seen anything. I don't even think that's coming next year.
It may not. I looked at the list of up and comings. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets pushed. But let's just even say Marvel on Netflix. Marvel on Disney Plus. Their shows have been getting better, and you've seen the Echo trailer. It's getting gritty again, and a lot of people are saying that it's Daredevil-esque.
Straight left doom.
I also got, you won't care about this one, but they are making and releasing a Tomb Raider Legend of Lara Croft animated show. And do you know who's voicing Lara?
It's not Vikander, is it? No,
Haley Atwell.
Yes, I knew.
Our own.
Yes, the other Distorted Theorist.
Yeah. If you want to join, we'll hook you up with a t-shirt. Not a big deal.
Just get us in the next mission if possible.
No, but just seeing the Marvel side, but also I know I'm already speaking about it, but Tomb Raider's really taken off in the last 6 to 7 years, even
because they did the reboot.
Yeah,
well, it's 10 years. That came out in 2013.
Whatever, but it's even nice to see that a game that I grew up with that faded somewhat to the background. Let's call a spade. Is again getting that resurgence, being introduced to new age groups, new gender, everything, and you're just getting rehyped. And now they're putting out shows, and they got statues coming out, and they got comics, and they got Dark Horse books. It's but people are buying into it though, and that's what I want to see from Tomb Raider, because the more money we funnel into a franchise that I love, the greater the output should be for fan service as well.
And
what about TV shows?
TV shows, The House of the Dragon.
Okay.
Season 2.
It's coming in 2024. Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's in April.
Okay.
And The Boys season 4.
You already say yep. I can see why you'd be hyped for that.
Well, the show that I'm probably not going to get to watch until the new year, even though it's out right now, because it just released, is Reacher. Reacher season 2.
I heard guys at work talking about that.
Reacher. Big fan of Reacher.
I know you won't care for it, but in 2024, I'm going to get hopefully all the goodies that I enjoy when it comes to the reality TV, new Survivor, new Big Brother, new Circle, new Love is Blind, new Ultimatum, new Challenge. So I love all those shows too. So, we get hit with 1 or 2 seasons a year. So 2024, I hope continues the trend. I don't see any of those shows going under anytime soon because they're a very big draw.
There is a show coming to Disney Plus, Samurai or something like that. Okay. I can't remember the name of it, but it did intrigue me. Obviously not enough to remember the full name of it. Yeah. But it's coming out soon, I believe.
Okay. And then, of course, we got our movies.
Deadpool.
First one, Deadpool 3. I was saying to Peter just yesterday, if this movie lets us down, our channel's going under. I don't know.
Listen, I really...
They can't fuck this up, man.
But they can.
Marvel, you can't fuck it. Doom!
They can. They very well can. I'm just hoping...
But how?
Ant-Man and the Wasp,
but you can't tell me.
Quantumania.
But you can't tell me that Marvel ain't hearing every voice that's been coming through their screens and social medias in the last year or two, man.
They've already mentioned that they want to do quality over quantity now. That's why they're scaling back with a lot of stuff.
And so they should.
Right, but they said that after
Disney Plus shows, to be honest.
I still want to see another season of She-Hulk. I like She-Hulk.
I know, but anyway, Deadpool 3, 100%. Craven is coming down. I know that's Sony, but it looks good. We go into these things optimistic. Don't get me wrong. We love our superhero films. I got to give it a try. We're going to go see it day one.
Can't wait for Madam Web.
That's also coming. I thought you might mention that. You're not excited?
No.
That's only like 2 months away, bro.
Wow.
We're going to go see it day one.
Can't wait.
One that you're probably not even thinking of that I kind of forget that's coming out is Joker Folie à Deux.
Yeah, but I need to see another trailer about that. I need to see a trailer in general.
A trailer. Yeah. But I'm gonna go on record and say that I'm fucking excited to see Lady Gaga Harley Quinn.
She's a great
actress.
She's not in it very much.
Well, she's a great actress, so I'm really excited to see her take on it and see how unhinged she can. I mean, she's in Hotel, which is a great season of American Horror Story. So I'm excited. I think it's a great character choice. I think a few people were iffy, like, well, Lady Gaga, but she got the chops. I think that can take us there.
Dune Part 2.
Yeah, I didn't see the first one. You enjoyed that, right? So you're excited for the second one, obviously. Is there going to be a Part 3, or do we expect?
I think they're calling it Spice Wars or something like that. But I think they want to make it
Spice World, because that was a great movie.
Yeah, they'll just bring them back for. But Dune, I can't remember. I think it's Denis Villeneuve. He's really good at just doing massively cinematic shots. We saw it in Arrival, and we saw it in Dune Part 1. And I think we're going to get to see a little more of Zendaya in this one.
Which makes sense. She has some star power behind her now, so they're going to want to put her in the forefront.
Well, she had star power when she was in Dune Part 1.
Well,
because that came out the same. I think that came out the same season as No Way Home.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
She has star power.
I already mentioned Saw X. Saw 11 is. Well, yeah, technically. Saw 11 is coming. I'm super stoked for that. Can't wait. That's already announced for holiday season, Halloween season. I also forgot. I know we're going backwards a little bit on TV show, but we're supposed to get Wednesday season 2 as well, which I love that,
and possibly Beetlejuice 2 as well.
I heard that as well. Which is she not in that?
She is.
So we're also getting Scream 7. Next year.
No, you don't know that because about half of the cast has been fired. So
I know, but they're supposed to be bringing back Nev Campbell. I don't know.
Oh my god.
The thing is, this is the year in review, and as we clue up our video here, it's always nice to get that little taste in this year of what's to come next year. And I mean, we got our own favorite games, favorite shows, favorite movies that we're all both excited for. Deadpool 3, I think, sits at the top of our list.
Baldur's Gate is still going to be my favorite game next year because it's going to take me another year to finish it.
Well, I don't even care if I get to play a game next year. Just give me something to whet my appetite for the following year. Like I said, announce that Tomb Raider, announce Legend of Dragoon remake. Wherever your two creators who own that franchise, remake it, please. Doom. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for our year in review 2023. It's been a pretty good one. I had fun. The channel's still going. We're 2 years old now. Going on year 3. What do you think of that?
We're toddlers now.
Well, I mean, listen, we got it. We're walking now. So next is running. So as always, if you want to support the channel and keep us going, we're hoping to hit 10K hopefully by the end of 2024. Let's shoot for the stars.
Come on, folks.
As always, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave us a comment down below. If we missed anything, do you agree with us? All and any thoughts are open in the comment section, and we'll definitely get back to you and let us know. You want to send us out? Any final thoughts on the year?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Doom! And with that, I am the real Jussy.
And I guess I'm Peter Parker. I'm Doom!
Like we always say around here, keep it real.